I'm going to do my sign-in, Ronnie, make this all official.
Okay. Is this your first time signing in?
This is our first live.
That's rad, man.
It is kind of rad.
I
And,
think it makes
thank
me
you for
feel
being
good.
like the pilot.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate that.
All right. What's up, everybody? You are off stage with DWP. We are live, like literally live, going for it with a very good friend of ours um, who is celebrating a number one rock record at radio for one, but just has this long history of being such a renaissance man. And I want to get to that. But we have Ronnie Radke,
What's up, man? How
Fallen
you
in
doing?
Reverse.
Yes.
I'm great. I could be better if we were literally doing festivals
Oh
together.
my God, man. I really wish that this was happening, man. I
I know
really,
you're probably you maybe even more than others are probably really jonesing to get out there because you got like a hot record.
yeah.
And
Of course, I get a number one hit radio rock song, and then everything shuts down. You know what I mean? And I'm not complaining. I just want to go. I want to go outside, man. I want to go like do my normal thing. You know what I mean?
well, that kind of goes to my first question to you, Ronnie. And I know we should break during it because you're gonna. I know your feed's probably blowing up with fans who want to say hi to you.
Totally.
But I've always seen you as kind of an artist with a chip on his shoulder, like a fighter.
Yes.
Everybody could read, and your true fans know about your background. We don't need to get
Yes.
into that, but you've had a childhood that wasn't, made for Disney TV.
Yes.
Let's
Not at
just say
all.
that. So you've been a fighter, and it feels like rock and roll kind of chose you.
Yeah.
You know, um, if you had this kind of other side of the tracks life,
Yeah.
and if I'd love you to kind of talk about that and how you've kind of harnessed it to your art.
I mean, it wasn't an easy road. I mean, I've pissed off a lot of people along the way. I get in a lot of trouble because I say things. I'm like Michael Scott from The Office sometimes. I say things before I think about it. I love Michael Scott, by the way. I would
I
be,
have, sorry to interrupt. I've completely, if one thing on this quarantine lockdown shit, I've completely rediscovered The Office. I watch it almost every night.
I'm literally Michael Scott of rock music. I will say things, and then I'll be like, wait a minute, that was really stupid. And then it gets me in a lot of trouble, and then people kind of paint me as this villain of sorts. But if you get to the core of it, like you said, I grew up with a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, and you know what? I think that's what's gotten me to this point. But it's also like come at a cost at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, and I've learned a lot along the way with that. And I wouldn't want it any other way, honestly.
Isn't that kind of the ethos of rock and roll, though? To have no filter? Isn't things too safe in a sense?
Dude, yes. At this point, like, you got people A celebrities, A-list celebrities and like rock stars apologizing on Twitter for something they said 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And like I won't stay too long on this topic, but like it's got to stop, man. Unless it's like something that's really horrible that you said. We all grow. We all grow as people. Like I said something 10 years ago that I'm sure if I heard it today, I would be like, "Oh my God, why did I say that? That's horrible." You know what I mean? We all say stupid shit, but people start feeding into Twitter this Twitter thing. Like Twitter is an actual real thing when it's not. It's not really like real life, man. It's not real life at all. I don't believe it. I'm
Right.
not buying it.
In terms of kind of social media, you could really hide behind it. You mean
Right.
and be the tough guy at the playground and be the
Yeah.
bully and be the troller and yeah, it's very easy to sit there and type on a laptop, but it's when you're face to face, eye to eye with another human being.
Totally, man. And like I learned, I learned the hard way because and I'm grateful because it gave me thicker skin. Like all these people from the 80s, like they get hit with this like internet. It's like your skin's a little thinner because like you're not used to being bombarded. But I'm grateful because it gave me thicker skin and made me realize that Twitter is not real. It's not real, man. People are still
Right.
showing up to my shows. I'm getting played on the like it's not real. I'm not doing anything that's crazy like they're saying I am. You know what I mean? Or else it would be out there. So I don't know.
I got to ask you, there's a couple things that have exploded during this quarantine.
Yeah.
You know, like Zoom and like Uber Eats,
Yes.
and Twitch
Yeah.
has exploded. It's
It,
how did you discover Twitch, and how did you harness and conquer it?
I've always been a fan of Twitch. Hold on one second. Sorry. Let me do
Take your
something
time.
real
Yeah,
quick. Yeah. My fans are complaining that they can't see me.
Oh, let's fix that.
What were you saying again now?
So we're live with you, and you're live with us.
Yeah.
If you want to spend a moment and talk to a couple fans who are reaching out to you, who are probably bugging that you haven't
Okay.
replied.
Okay, let's get a follow thing going here to get you guys some followers. What is
sir.
your name? Here, let me have my moderator, Six Shot. Put it in the Nightbot to follow DW Presents, right?
Correct. Well, yeah, back to Twitch, because we're on Twitch. We're exclusively on Twitch, by the way, which is a first for us. And,
Yes.
you know, you've always been kind of a part of it, but have you noticed this explosion of Twitch? And
I mean, yeah, with people getting on it, yeah, totally. I've witnessed it firsthand. I've witnessed a lot of bands. I've witnessed a couple bands kind of like rip me off too, as well. And I'm not going to name any names, but like everybody streams, you know what I mean? Like on here, like when it comes to musicians, but a lot of musicians kind of jumped on here recently, and it's. I mean, what else are you going to do? This is called survival, man. What are you going to do?
Right.
You can't, you got to go to Target, you go to your grocery store, and I don't know where do you live?
I'm in West LA.
Okay, so yeah. So it's, it's pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah.
I happen to think over here, people, I was just talking to one of our buddies at DWP about that this morning. And at least I could speak for West LA, we're paying attention to the rules. You know,
Yeah.
you go outside and there are masks on. Everybody is being conscious, but I've seen footage.
I know.
God, of it, like, we're fucked when I see some of this footage. Like,
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
let's just get through this so we could have live shows.
I know.
So you can go back to your restaurants.
I want to,
So
yeah, dude. I
It's
want to.
not that hard.
I want to play a show, man, so bad. You know what? I have a feeling though, man. It's just gonna, within the next year, less than a year, we're gonna start seeing some changes, man. I'm not like a fortune teller or anything, but intuitively, I believe that it'll start slowly coming back.
We're going to be back, and you're going to be back with us. It's, whether it's end of year or next year this time, when we all see you,
Yeah.
we're not gonna see you on Twitch. We'll see you. Maybe you'll be on Twitch live at a DWP festival.
Oh, bro, you have no idea. I have a backpack right now that streams from this computer, and I can drive to the store right now. So I can walk on stage, and Twitch can see me while we perform as well. So
Crazy.
yeah, it's awesome.
So you're off stage with DWP. We have Ronnie from Falling in Reverse. We're his guests. Ronnie, you're a true Renaissance man to us. You're a singer,
Thank you, man.
a songwriter, a rapper, record producer, gamer.
Yep.
Was that always kind of your
Yes.
vision? Like, I just want to be a front man. Was that always your thing?
It just translated so well with everything. It all like kind of is cohesive together. Games and streaming goes hand in hand with like musicians. Just like hairstylists are great with lead singers. They cut their hair. You know what I mean? I've always gotten along with my hairstylist. You know what I mean? So
Good hair is key. All right.
right. So yeah, man. It's just I wrote a song on my first record on my old band, Escape the Fate. It's called The Guillotine. The Guillotine, however you want to pronounce it, but and it's about a video game, Halo 2. I've always been a video game guy, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Was that over like TV shows? I know we talked about The Office.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you weren't a latchkey kid, as they called it back in the old school term of just a kid who was obsessed with TV. You gravitated towards video games.
I was yes, man, video games and going outside and riding my bike and stuff.
All right, so when you rode your bike, was that just like demolition? What jump can I find?
I tried to jump my dad's truck when I was 10, and then my back tire went through the windshield, and I got in big trouble. Yeah, it was
Windshield
terrible.
busted?
He wasn't there. It was his older truck, and it was sitting out front. And my brother was like, I was sitting in the windshield with my back tire, and my brother was like, let's tell him that someone threw a rock through it. And the second I did that, or he said that, my dad came around the corner in his dually. This was like the '90s or whatever.
Karma.
Yeah,
On that one.
and I was in big trouble. I was in big trouble. Yeah.
Hey, I have to ask you, are you a lefty?
I am a left-handed. Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm insane. I'm insane.
Right. We're all a little off kilter.
Yeah.
Because I think I read a while ago, and I don't know if this was in between Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse, but you had a project that you dubbed Lefty.
I did. Yeah. And then I realized there was another band called Lefty. I was a kid, and I was like, I can't name my band Lefty. So then I changed it to True Story.
I like Lefty personally.
Yeah. Yeah, but there was another band. It was like a ska punk band back in the day that was called Lefty, and I was like, oh, I can't steal that, so I had to change it.
Right. Shit. Did you ever do a gig as Lefty, or was it that just kind of
We
did gigs?
Yeah, we played the high school talent show. I dropped out of high school, but my band was still in high school, and so we went back and played the talent show, like while they were still in school. But I was not really going to school at that time.
So I'm a drummer. Talent shows always sucked.
Yeah.
It was way too much pressure and not enough. It was like 3 minutes. You never got the tune properly.
Yeah, and you have to go back.
You always lost like a break dancer.
Yeah, and you gotta go back to school with these people.
Right.
You better do good. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Any guys you need to answer to right now? Anybody blowing you up?
A bunch of people saying they're left-handed.
Nice.
Hannah, thank you for the subs. Thank you guys for keeping the sub timer going. I can't believe I'm number 2 on Twitch in subs right now, in subscribers, and it's been 8 months. So that's amazing. Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah.
And I just learned a new word.
Yeah.
Stubs or subscribers on Twitch?
No, subs without a T. Subs, yeah, subscribers. Yeah.
All right. Why does everybody want to shorten words these days? That's another trend.
Yeah, right? I don't know. We're getting lazier, man.
Right. We mentioned you have a number 1 song.
Yes.
Popular Monster, and I do believe that is your true first number 1.
Yeah.
Which proves again that how much of a fighter you are.
One second.
So many times. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Someone said that you're offline. Your stream is offline. Back on now. Everybody's saying you're back on now.
Sweet.
He said you could see both. Okay, what were you saying about the song?
Yeah, Popular Monster, number 1 rock song.
Uh-huh.
And usually in rock, there's like a debut record or a smash song comes out and a band blows up.
Yeah.
There is no short circuit to us in rock and roll. There's these baby steps that you take, and you're living proof of that.
I know, man.
A number of all these studio albums that you've done and a couple bands that you've been in that have a number 1. Do you think do you think right now that that's like the way you would want to see it happen, to have a number 1 later, or?
Yeah. You mean like this long into my career?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Aerosmith in 1999 was their first hit single. Their first number 1 was with that movie song that "Don't Want to Close My." What is that song called?
Right. Yes. Well, that's the name of the song.
So I believe that was their number 1. I think I read it somewhere, like that was their first actual number 1. They were very successful, obviously, before that, but I think their first number 1 was that long into the career. But I always thought of that. I'm like, well, this band got successful later, like that successful, and I'm like, maybe I can do it. But I would have never, I'll tell you right now, I would have guessed it would have been a song like that. Like that song is not meant, you would think that it's not meant for radio, like with how many changes it has. It's not your average format for radio. So that's what makes it even better to me personally, because it's such a, you don't put those kind of breakdowns on radio, and that kind of like Slipknot, but like it's different, you know what I mean? It's more of a scene band way of doing it, but yeah.
That's really interesting you said that, because and maybe art, music is subjective and music is art. I and many of my friends who've talked about this song Ronnie, I see it as 2020's Last Resort by Papa Roach. And
That's a big compliment, man.
right on. And I want to explain that because Jacoby said almost the same thing you just said when they didn't have any designs. Like this is not he was very versed in radio, grew up on radio like we all did,
Yeah.
and that wasn't their intention. He was just in a writing mode, and it came out. And you know, the last resort is really an ode to anxiety and depression,
Yeah.
and battling with oneself. Was that your intention when you wrote the lyrics to the song?
Well, I mean, my voice has never been that low on it when I wake up, but like that, you know, like waking up
Yeah.
like that. I woke up and that's how I really felt. Like I literally felt like that, and like, you know, I just was like, this is uh, this is something I would normally do. A lot of people talk shit about that kind of music that I'm doing because I changed so much, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, and you know, I didn't realize that many people would have related to it. It's crazy. Like of all things to relate to, it's that kind of darkness, you know what I mean? Like which is kind of like an eye-opening, like it's eye-opening. It's crazy. Like that many
Well,
people would relate to it to make it that big of a song, you know.
well, I wanna recite a lyric from it because
Okay.
that it will explain what you just said, I think.
Okay.
And my doctor tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Yeah, it's not a fucking phase. I just want to feel okay. I mean, what person of you in the youth or a teen or an adult like me never hasn't felt that?
Yeah, I
You know?
literally those lyrics literally is because I've been to, uh, I was 35, and I was on tour and I had a panic attack and I didn't know what a panic attack was. I knew about anxiety. I've had anxiety, you know, but it was different. That was like a brain thing to me. That was like a thing where I was like worried about like people, like I was paranoid of people. It gave me anxiety, but this was a physical feeling, and I thought I was gonna die. So I went to the ER, and they're like, "Nah, you're good." I was like, "What? No, I feel crazy. I feel like I'm gonna die. My heart rate's going up, and you know, like I'm shaky, I'm sweating, and all this kind of stuff." So like they're like, "Nah, you're fine." They didn't prescribe me anything, and I was in the middle of tour. Went home and I kept
Where were you? Do you remember?
I was in Kansas actually, and a tattooed dude jumping off a bus, rolling into a hospital was like, "What drugs are you on?" You know what I mean? Like there's no way, you know, they would ever believe anything else. But yeah, so I went home and I kept having these panic attacks. Like I'm talking, they were so crazy. So I went to the ER about 4 other times because my brain would convince me that it was not a panic attack; it was something else. And eventually, the last doctor I went to was like, "You have anxiety and depression. I've been a doctor for 30 years, and I haven't been right 100% of the time, but you can trust me." He's like, you need to do this, this, and this, and this," and I was like, finally, I was like, kind of accepted it. Like I'm not having a heart attack, you know. So like I started writing about it, and that's what came out, you know. So it came out
Uh,
that way.
from that experience in
Yeah.
Kansas City?
Yeah, and it's where the snowball thing effect happened. You know, like of that.
Right. So one more quick kind of lyric from that song, Ronnie. I battle with depression, but the question still remains: is this post-traumatic stressing, or am I suppressing rage? And then you go into the chorus of you just want to feel okay.
Yeah,
Do, I Those are really hard lyrics to write. People feel that way, Ronnie, every day. But
yeah,
to get that out, I
yeah.
think that I mean that's half the battle of you doing this song is it actually you were able to get it out of your system. I think.
And I'll tell you, that's so funny that that's perfectly transitioned into the next thing because then the song blew up, and then my depression went away, like to a point to where my panic attacks stopped because I realized that other people feel this way, and maybe it's not that I'm impending doom that's happening. It's more of a mental thing that happens to everyone, to most people, you know. And in that, there's a beautiful thing because, like, the thing that was bothering me the most, I wrote about, and then other people gravitated towards it, and it made me realize that I'm not alone. So,
Are you seeing that in responses and people and fans hitting
yeah,
you up and thank you for writing a song like this. This is me. This is what I go through. You've just
Yeah,
made me feel like I'm not alone.
yeah, totally. And dude, I was in San Antonio on my last tour, the first day of the tour. Entire tour was sold out. Boom, sold out. I was so impressed and so stoked. And I was so happy. And this guy walks in the Marines, and he's like a 40-something-year-old man, and he starts crying in front of me.
Don't do drugs.
And he's like, Popular Monster, I've never related to a song so much. And that's when it really hit me, because it was the first day of our tour. And it just hit me like, this is a 40-something-year-old man, Marine, hardened Marine. And he started tearing up. He wasn't bawling, but you could see the tears in his eyes. And he gave me a hug. And I was like, did I do something that special? This is crazy, man. This isn't like your average fan that comes to the meet and greet, right, and you know what I mean, with the Fallen in Reverse shirt on. This is a grown Marine, like, you know what I mean, like, yeah.
How do you feel about that responsibility?
I never thought of that. I never thought of it like that. I could feel the pressure applied to make another song. You know what I mean, to make another one, but I think I'm okay though with the songs now. I think I've found my stride, and people have accepted the fact that I'm not going to sound like I used to sound, and I'm going to do whatever I want in this moment, you know. So
was there somebody, Ronnie, the 15-year-old Ronnie, what was your last resort, or maybe that was it, or what was your, I guess, what was your popular monster? Was there a song or a band that?
Eminem, man. Eminem. Yeah. Obviously, you know what I mean? You can hear it kind of in the vocals. And I'm talking Eminem, like I listened to Blink-182, Bad Religion, a lot of punk. I was never into like the radio rock until later as a musician. I come to like big respect to Papa Roach, because they have went from the biggest band in the world and just continuing to, like, they never fell off, you know what I mean? And I just gained like a new respect for bands like that, man. So
well, not to make this like a Papa Roach, interview or whatever.
Yeah.
But they will tell you they made it to the top, and then they had a fall off.
Yeah, of course.
They had a couple stiffs or whatever, and they had to really re-examine their lives, and that made them stronger. And that's why this rock and roll game it's hard. But I that's interesting about Eminem. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
The pain and the struggle. And
yeah.
I mean, where he comes from, there's a big, to me, he's a rock and roll artist.
He is. He's one of the nicest people I have ever met, and I've heard nothing but good things he says about me, and it just makes me love him even more. And it made me respect, like, they had a new album, it was a couple years ago, that really made me fall in love with the band. And it made me realize, I'm like, I want to be a radio band like this that lasts this long, man. This is full respect, man. You guys are constantly like reinventing yourselves. This is amazing, Instead of being that band that kind of was like, what was that band called that did that one song? You know what I mean? I don't want to be that band, So
Right. No, it's very obvious that you value a career.
Yeah.
You want it. Yeah. You're in this for the long term. You ain't going anywhere.
No. Yeah.
We are off stage with DWP with Ronnie Radke. We're fortunate enough to be a guest on his blowing up number 2 trending Twitch. We're probably number 202 right now.
Dude, you'll get there.
Maybe went to 197 right there. But is there anything you need to that you've always wanted to say to your fans that you haven't had a kind of chance to?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I say it all the time. Maybe people that watch me and they question if they like me or not yet. I did not mean to hurt anybody when I threw those mic stands into the crowd. I will never do something so stupid again. My managers told me over and over, don't do that. And I did it anyways, and I learned a valuable lesson. I know it was 10 years ago, or less than 10 years ago, and I learned a valuable lesson, and I'm very sorry. And I'll never do it again.
You haven't thrown a mic stand at one of our shows.
I will never do that again.
Was that like in the moment shit? Like you really get lost in your music?
I truly, and it was, I used to throw the mic stands and they would catch them and they would like take them home, and I thought it was such a cool, unique thing. But how stupid is it? Like, that's so stupid. Like, it's fiscally irresponsible. It can end bad, and it kind of did, and it like made me learn a lot, and it made me look like I intentionally like was Axl Rosing, and like I was, but it was really more of like it wasn't what it looked like, so.
Right. All right. Once again, everybody, Ronnie has never done that. Fly south if you guys are watching. We don't have any invoices coming your way, not yet, at least.
Oh, this was over a year ago. This was at a Six Flags event, and yeah, I'll never do that I'll never do it again. I never done it at your festivals.
Nah, fuck no. Is there anybody on your Twitch asking a DWP question or any festival related shit?
You guys want to know anything about the Danny Wimmer festivals presents, like Louder Than Life, Rock on the Range? If you guys are from Ohio, San Francisco or Sacramento, right? Aftershock.
Yep, Aftershock. Good. Yep.
Any in the Northeast? Someone asked. Mayday Shay.
We had, if you guys remember, Rock Allegiance in the Philadelphia area, and we're discussing, bringing that back once we can all do live shows again.
Okay, Louder Than Life 2021. They want me to play Louder Than Life 2021.
Noted.
Noted.
Noted. Like it.
Dude, I would love it. Come to Minneapolis, someone said.
We used to have Northern Invasion. Missed that one. I feel like Falling in Reverse played that once.
Yeah. Oh, it was fun,
Yep.
too. Yeah, it was
Yep.
huge. It was massive.
Yep. We're taking a break on that one.
Texas, ? Someone said.
That's a good question. There's so much in Texas. We tried Houston open air for a couple years.
Yeah.
And there's just, there's we like to go, we like to serve the underserved, like North Carolina and Ohio and Louisville, Kentucky, Sacramento, where it's not, New York or Los Angeles
Right.
or Chicago, where there's so much to offer. That's part of our mantra.
Yeah. There's just a bunch of people from UK. People are just, please come to UK, please come to Atlanta, please come to Northwest. It's just a bunch of people typing crazily right now.
Do you have what's your if the first thing that pops to your head, what's your favorite city to play?
My favorite city, intuitively, just right off the bat. No, I can't say. Like crowd size or just how it feels.
Just like whenever you do a show there, something goes that's a great city. That always.
Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They go crazy in Pittsburgh.
That's what bands from Pittsburgh that I like a lot? Oh, Anti-Flag.
What's another? Madison, Wisconsin, of all places. We just sold out the Sylvie there on the last tour, which was like.
Oh, that's a great new venue, right?
Yeah, and it kind of blew my manager away. He's like, not a lot of bands go to Madison, and I didn't realize that. I've never really went there that much. I don't think.
Special shout out to WJJO. It's a really good radio station.
Yeah, totally.
In Madison. Not Las Vegas. Doesn't pop up in your mind immediately.
I mean, I love Vegas, but I mean it. Like, yeah, I played Warped Tour there. In the sun, dude.
How hot was that?
It's unforgettable. I will always love Vegas because it's where I was born and raised, and I will always love that House of Blues. That we've sold the House of Blues out many times there, and I love. It would be cool to do Vegas actually, like as a festival, But like, I had a good time there on Extreme Thing.
The radio station KXTE, right?
Yeah.
No, don't. Your wish may come true on Las Vegas. So we're
okay.
I'm not tipping any hat, but we're kicking tires.
Okay, that's badass.
What would you be doing today if there was no worldwide pandemic?
I'd be streaming right now. I would have just gotten off a big sold out tour, I believe, and then I'd be planning for another tour or playing some of your festivals, hopefully.
Yeah. I think the last one you played was Aftershock last year.
Yeah. The one thing I like about your festivals, besides like how you get treated as an artist there, you get treated very good there, backstage, is the stages and the sound system. Like how the stages are an artist's dream, man. Like they're huge. That's what artists dream of, like not being stuck on a fucking, you know, we don't need to
Jägermeister
continue.
stage or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all
There's
due
massive.
respect.
It's massive. Like you get out of breath walking from one side to the next one time, and I love that.
Well, that means a lot to us. I mean, we're pretty like militant in like if falling reverse is going on at 5:18, you're
Right.
going on at 5:18.
Yeah.
We're I hated as a kid growing up going to rock shows where
Yeah.
a band was like an hour. It's you're sitting there waiting around. We're very militant on that. We're very precious about the staging and our sound and our lighting and our rigging and backstage. Just like you said, that thank you for saying that because
It's a big
it's
deal. It's a big deal because the you don't forget it as an artist, and that's why like I've talked to my manager many times about this, and he goes, it like if the artist is happy, like you said, the fans are happy. You play a good show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
um, many times,
No,
even though
yeah.
I've had problem with sound guys my entire career, and I'm like, God, I just
I
freak
know.
out. You
Yeah, I
know,
was just we were talking to somebody else today on offstage, and he has the band Stained. They have the same sound guy as when they were a cover band in
oh
Springfield,
really?
Mass. Because it's so important, and I get it that having a good sound man is because when you go to HOB in Vegas or you're playing Orlando, it's usually some hired sound dude from Orlando who just wants to get a cigarette break,
Yes. Yeah,
and
and
you got
doesn't
your
know.
guy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Um, and I get it too, dude, because you like say you play, Aftershock, you're probably driving 6 to 8 hours on your way to Aftershock. You get off the bus or the van or whatever, you're cranky, tired, haven't
Yeah.
had your coffee yet.
Yeah.
You're and the last thing you want, like you said, is like some non-AC, dank, smelly little uh, production office,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Well, we fly, so like it's. I've always flown to your festivals. I don't think I remember one time I've ever linked a tour into it. So I'd be very glad for a bus. Like I've had a bus for most of my career now, and I'm super grateful for that. But flying to a festival across the country, landing, getting in one of those little sprinter vans and driving to the thing, to get out to a rundown like you know what I mean like thing is like it's like disheartening. So like you guys keep it like well maintenance. It's super important. It really is for your mental for all of it.
Yeah,
To
thanks.
get on stage and all that stuff. You need that. It's those details are like so important.
Right on. Danny Wimmer, you listening? That's good. We're off stage with DWP. I know our time is running out soon. And Ronnie, again, congratulations on that number one track.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on
Thank
all
you.
this success on Twitch
Thank you.
and the fact that you're a fighter and you're like a grinder. And I have so much respect for that. We all do.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Because like nothing. It is you're a proven. You're living proof that like you don't give up.
Yeah, and nothing. I just can't stand when people expect things to fall in their laps. Like I don't gel with people like that. That's why I respect you guys, and I respect people that have grinded. Like you didn't just have this fall in your lap. You have like the world in your palms, man, and like you earned that. You know what I mean? And like I recognize that, and I appreciate that. And like
Well,
it's
right back.
you've given
We're
me
in
a
rock.
stage.
We
Yeah.
picked a genre that like nothing comes easy.
No, not now.
Why do we do that to ourselves?
I don't know. Thank God I put some rap in my stuff, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
so, I'm just switching it up. But yeah, man, you guys worked really hard to get where you are, and it shows. So
Well, right on. What I'm curious. Do you have? We started. There was like over 1,100 Twitch followers.
it's the
Are
same.
we? Okay. So
I might. It's a concurrent thing. So that's in and out within seconds. So overall, there will probably be 60,000 individual people that have watched in and out, something like that.
I'm just glad you said that. Oh yeah, we're down to 8.
Like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh man.
Ay. Hey, any last things you want to say? And I want to the fans who are listening to DWP or who are on with you right now.
Uh,
Any last thoughts?
you guys, you just have to be patient. I will see you guys soon on tour. Danny Wimmer, you guys, you guys are gonna do so well with the festivals, and as soon as everything opens up, I cannot wait to see you guys on these festivals. And just be patient, guys, and try to keep your head straight.
Yeah, we agree. We'll get out of this, and we'll see you on the other side. But so glad you could join us on Offstage. I want to try a weird thing. I want to try like a live liner that we could have for the future.
Sure.
Can you just say, "Yo, this is Ronnie from Falling in Reverse, and you are Offstage with DWP"?
Okay. Yeah. Yo, this is Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse, and you are off stage with DWP.
Keith, lock that one in.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, you have.
Little radio one-liners, bro.
No shit, that was good. I think we sign off by saying, hey, everybody who's following us on Twitch, hang out with us off stage with DWP throughout the summer.
Let's see your followers right now. You were at a couple hundred because you just started. That's DW. Let's see if we can get your followers up before you leave.
Yeah.
DW Presents. I'm going to follow you myself right now. I'm on my phone here. Let's see. Oh, I got to watch.
We're getting feedback. People, hey, Gary, tell Ronnie that our fans love him. That's good.
Oh,
right?
That's so sweet. Captain Stretch Nuts just gave me a sub. Thanks, Captain Stretch Nuts.
You got Lucy's desperate for an international question.
Okay. What's that?
That's a great, Holly, you got...
Bro, you went from 200 followers. Oh, those are viewers. You have 1,400 viewers right now.
Okay, I'll take that.
You went up 400 followers. Or wait, 300 and something followers. That's pretty good. Hey, guys, do me a favor. DW Presents. Go follow him right now if you can. Please. Appreciate that. This is for all your rock news. That they're going to be doing live streams. They do a bunch of... I see on here that they've done stuff with Pearl Corey Taylor from Slipknot. A bunch of stuff, guys. So go do me a favor and go follow them.
Foo Fighters.
Metallica, Foo Fighters. Jeez. Oh, a bunch of people.
Godsmack, Pretty Reckless.
That's awesome. A bunch of people are literally saying you're getting follows right now.
All right, you're the man.
Yeah, totally.
Man. Hey, we give my love to John and Mercado too.
Yep, totally.
Tell those clowns I said what's up.
Right on, man.
All right, peace. We're out. Thank you for joining off stage, Ronnie.
Yeah, dude, totally. Thank you for having me, man.
And we'll see you backstage with good catering.
Oh, exactly. Thank you. It means a lot. Yes.
All right, love you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Later. All right. There it is, guys. There it is.